Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Bo again. So, today we are going to talk about Trump and spin and statistical realities and likelihoods and the drive among certain commentators to put out less than accurate information to their viewers. Because I got a message that said, hey, normally you're always out there countering the spin that's being put out. And right now, for right-wing commentators, it's a race to see who can put out the wildest information in regards to Trump's indictment. Yeah, normally, that is something I do. Let them. Ready, set, go, race, spin, have fun with it, do it. Let them. I've seen it. Talk about the Presidential Records Act, making it seem like that's central to this. It's not. Trump is stronger politically now than he was before the indictment. It's just boosting his poll numbers, guaranteed him a second term, so on and so forth. I've seen it. Let them run with it. They are still treating this like it's a political matter. It is not. It is a criminal matter in a federal courtroom. The most likely outcome from this is that the former president of the United States will be convicted of at least some of those charges. And keep in mind, this is widely seen as the first indictment, not the last. They're treating it as a political development rather than a criminal one that has political implications. Because of that, they're actually ignoring the real political implications. They think it's going to help him win. He's going to win the primary. Fine. That's fine. Go ahead. Put him on the ballot in all 50 states. Run with that. Let's see how it works out. Statistically speaking, he is going to court in a district that doesn't lose. They don't lose very often. That's the reality. And they don't lose very often with normal cases. Can you imagine how much effort they went to make sure that every single piece of information was verifiable? Why do you think there were only 31 counts for willful retention instead of however many there could have been? A whole lot more. Because those are the ones that without a doubt they think they have him on. There are a whole lot of political commentators on the right wing that are pushing fantasy to their audience. If they want to say it's politically motivated, that's fine. The trial is going to be covered. The information is going to come out. People are going to read the indictment. The verdict certainly will, assuming it gets that far. This is a whole lot like the run-up to the midterms. There's going to be a red wave. We're going to have a 40-seat majority in the House. It's going to be just amazing. And then you had people saying, yeah, I don't know about that. Y'all are kind of counting on a definition of likely voter that altered when you started, taking rights away from people. But they pushed it. It wasn't that they didn't have the information to see what everybody else saw. It's that they wanted to push the fantasy. Because that fantasy, that cheerleading, it's good for them. It's good for their brand. It's good for views, all of that stuff. It's not good for accuracy. Many people are reporting what they hope will happen rather than what is most likely to occur. rather than what has actually happened. And all it's going to do is further undermine the credibility of those outlets, of those commentators. If they want to go out there and say, it's a political witch hunt, and he's going to be found not guilty of everything because he didn't do anything wrong, and there's no evidence, and this is baseless, and so on and so forth, and he's stronger today politically than he ever was, despite all information to the contrary. Let him. That courtroom, those proceedings, they're not going to be determined by political commentators. Their opinion doesn't matter. And believe me, having a whole bunch of political commentators as friends, that's going to hurt them a lot. But it doesn't matter. That's not what is going to decide this. This isn't a run-up to an election where commentators have sway. This is a criminal proceeding that has political implications. It's not a political event. The most likely outcome is that the former president of the United States catches some of these charges. That's the most likely outcome when you look at all the statistics from that district. If they want to say otherwise, they want to tell their base that's on them. Unless something becomes actively harmful, I'm not going to address that spin. It doesn't matter. If you address it, in some ways, you may end up giving it validity that it doesn't have. Because this isn't politics. This isn't about the ballot box anymore. It's about the jury box. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.